dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Are we chilling now? Think we're chilling now? I think we are chilling. Should be live. Where there is should be. Let's see. Twitch. We're good. We're good on the Twitch. How about the YouTube? We are good on the YouTube. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and begin this. I guess I'll just start by doing my favorite thing of all time, known as masking. It is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I love to mask. I love it. It's totally not mind-numbingly boring. Totally not. Let's see. That's not too squared, is it? No, that's pretty good. Bro, my nose is so fucking stuffy right now. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. That good? Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think that's a part of it. Is that a part of it? Looks like it would be. I'm gonna say it is. That looks like it would be part of it. So it's getting included. Oh god. I do kind of wonder how quick select would handle this, even though I know it would probably be awful. I am just slightly curious to see. Ever so slightly curious. Now that's not a part of it. That's just the background. That is just the background. God, it's so hard to see. No, I'm masking the background, I think. I don't think that's a part of it. Is it? I can't tell. I bring up the exposure momentarily. Just so I can fucking see. Okay, yeah, that's a part of the gun. Gotta bring up the fucking exposure just so I can see the damn thing. And now we get to this, where I can't see jack shit. Oh, lovely. Lovely. I think that's decent. It's fine. Slack gave me a second image that I can work with anyways to kind of try and fix it. So that should be fine. Should be fine. Masking away. Masking, masking, masking away. I love to mask. It's my favorite thing in the world. I love it so much. It's just the most... It's just the most fun thing ever, you know? It's totally not mind-numbingly boring. Totally not. Totally not. What could possibly be boring about this? What could possibly be boring? This is just so interactive. It's so fun. It's great. I love it. I love it. Is that good? That's good. Now it's just a straight shot down. Just like so. We go up diagonally. And then we go across. And then we go like this. I think honestly just doing this will be fine. That should do nicely. We'll go up, curve, up again, and what is that shape? That is a very interesting shape. Like that. I think that's good. I think that's accurate. It's a very interesting shape to put it simply. Not entirely too sure what the fuck I'm looking at here. We're just kind of going with it. That's not part of the background, is it? No. Or that is part of the background, I mean. That's not part of the gun. That is not part of the gun. Let me see. Oh, fuck. Round, around, around we go. Round and around and around and around. God, isn't masking just so fucking fun? I love making thumbnails and just like messing with stuff in Photoshop just in general, but oh my god, do I fucking hate masking. It is genuinely the worst thing ever. But unfortunately, it's like the most required thing ever. Like, you just can't really make a good thumbnail without masking. It's just not possible unless all of your assets are already pre-cut. Which, I mean, Slack is not generous enough to do that for me. He is not generous enough to do that. Let's see, let's see, let's see. It's a very interesting ring. I'm gonna add some glow to this, probably. Add some glow to this green part right here. Might look cool. Might look cool. That's nice, that's good. I like it, I like it. I like it a lot. We're gonna go like that. Like this. Thankfully, this arm is a pretty simple shape. It's not like covered, it's not like a shirt that's covered in wrinkles or anything, so it's a very simple masking job. Boom, that's the first one done. Now let's do the other stuff in between the fingers and the gun handle and everything, the trigger, all that stuff. Just to make sure it is really, really masked out. Bam! That's good. And kaboink, kaboink. No, we'll do it lower. More up, more curve. Am I cutting into the finger? I think the finger... No, the finger's right here. That's the finger, I'm pretty sure. As weird as that sounds, I'm pretty sure that's the finger. Finger's right there. There we go. That one's good. Give this shit some more curve to it. There we go. How are we gonna mask out this stuff? Oh, whoops. Why is it still... Oh, because for some reason that never finished. Interesting. Interesting. This is a very cool looking Wonder Weapon, I will say that much. This shit is very cool looking. God, I should have blowed my nose before I started stream. I should have blowed my nose. Now I just gotta thug it out. Okay. Last one. I think there's still some more stuff to cut out, like right here. Right here. Still need to cut all of this out. At least the ABH will be very, very easy to cut out. Hello again, new thumbnail work? Indeed. This time for somebody who's actually paying me for it. Welcome on in, brother. Welcome on in. Give me this. Over. Just doing the best and most interesting part of them all. The masking. Totally not mind-numbingly boring at all. Totally not. Totally not. Okay, that's a part of the gun, I think. Is that a part of the gun, or is that a part of this? I think that's part of this. I see a lot of green light, but you think about glowing? You bet your ass I am. Bam. Okay. There we go. That one's done. I think that's everything masked out now. I don't think there's anything else I need to mask out. That should be everything. Yep, that's everything. Okay. Make selection. Control J. Wait. Oh, that's why. I didn't select all the different things. I need to select all the masks. Can I just do like Control A? No, that doesn't work. I see something, maybe. What do you see? What does he see? Bam. I think that's everything selected now. Oh, no, this. I think that's just about everything masked out. Below that rod, below the finger. Yes, it is background to mask out. Looks like everything's masked out. Let's just make a selection and Control J and then see how it looks. Below there? Like over here? No, there's one right here I need to mask out. But there's a hole, but either way it works. Oh, right here? Is this what you're talking about? Or, oh no, it was this one. Okay. That's the one he says. Okay. There we go. All right, now I gotta go ahead and drag in the second image. Because he provided me with two images, because obviously you can see that there's this right here. So he sent me another photo that should help me cover it up. So let's go to here and right here. Okay, so now this one I don't really need to be precise with the masking. I can probably just use lasso too, because this is pretty much the only area that we need. That is the only area that we need. We just need to line this up with the gun. So let me turn down the opacity just a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. I think that lines up pretty well, just like that. Maybe make it a bit smaller. A little bit smaller. But I would say that's pretty good. No, because this thing is very far off. It needs to be like right there. Obviously, it's different angles, so it's not going to line up perfectly. But as long as it, generally speaking, lines up pretty good, then we're fine. I think that's good. I think that is good. So let me go ahead and turn the exposure back down on this, because we don't need it to be hella bright anymore. So turn that back down to normal. Shit. And then let's just kind of erase away. Actually, no, I have a better way of doing this. Let's create a mask, invert the mask, and then just paint up here. That's much better. Much, much better. Of course, I can't paint away up there because then there's some stuff. There's more text up there. I think for the areas that still have text that I can't quite get rid of, I'll just use content aware. And that should work pretty well. Yeah, because there's text here. So I kind of can't really be precise with it. What about right here? There's text there. Just trying to get all the areas that don't have text. But it seems like this pretty much is just going to have text, so. I think that looks pretty good. That lines up, honestly, really well. Lines up pretty well. Just kind of make it look a little bit more natural. Yeah, that looks great. That looks great. Then we'll just combine, which is Control E, and then we'll just use content aware. We'll just use content aware. Either content aware or generative fill. I think content aware is probably going to work better, though. Probably will work better. Oh, God. Okay, fuck. I fucked the selection. Nice thing about this thumbnail I'm working on is it's technically just a re-edit. He just gave me new assets to put in, so like the base of the thumbnail is already made. I just have to like replace the weapons and stuff, which is very nice. I mean, that kind of works. That kind of works. What about generative fill? What does do generative fill? I don't even think you really have to put in a prompt, and it'll still kind of just generate around it. I think this should work decently well. Yeah, that looks better, honestly. I'll have to fix this part of this stuff up here, but that looks a lot better. Like, way better. Way, way, way better. I think, honestly, then we use content aware. Or maybe more generative fill. Just to go over it more. You can write a prompt in more than 100 different languages. I don't even know more than one. I don't know more than one language. Perfect. Beautiful. And then last one right here. Generate a fill. Generate. Fuck. Sorry, my nose is very stuffy. I pray I don't get sick because I have to go on I go on an EMT ride along tomorrow. So if I get sick, that'll definitely be pretty unfortunate. Why does it like keep leaving spaces? Like, don't do that. I don't want it to leave like an empty space. Just fill in the gap. Just fill in the gap. Please. Fill it in. Oh my god, it made it bigger! Oh wait, there's other options. My dumbass. Kind of forgot it gives you more than one option. Maybe you should learn more than one language. Maybe you should learn more than one. Oh my god, this is why I can't learn the more than one language, because I can't speak English. Maybe you should learn one more language. Scientifically very good for the brain. Maybe I should finish fucking learning English. Oh my god. Lordy lord. Holy shit. Alright, can I just like merge all of this together? There we go. Alright, that's good. That looks good. Now let me get the old asset in place for reference. So I can kind of position it about the same. I think that right there, maybe a little bit smaller. Down just a little bit. I think right about there, maybe? Maybe? Question mark? No, a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. I think right about there. That's good. That's good. Alright, I like that. That looks good. No one really knows everything in any language. Don't feel bad. Yeah, especially in English. English is like such a confusing language. It is crazy. It is crazy. Alright, let's grab this image. Can I just like copy and paste it, or do I have to save it? I have to save it. That's crazy. Alright, save image. I speak 3 more fluently. 3 others, some concepts, and I do some learning in Duolingo and another one just for fun. I know like 0.1% German, like over the summer, like a couple years ago. I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn German. I never finished it, nor do I even really remember anything that I learned. But I know like 0.1% German. Oh, God. The only reason I learned it is because it just sounds like a really funny language, because no matter what you say in German, it just sounds like you're pissed off. That was really my only reason for learning it. Okay. I need to change the text to speedrunning. Dead of the night. Unless it already says speedrunning. No, it still says learning. I need to change it to speedrunning. Need to change it to speedrunning. Why is his finger like dent? Why has it got like a dent in it? What the fuck? Oh, you already know I'm about to go crazy with the glow on this. You already know. That should be enough to be a tourist. Speak, then say hello, and then talk English. Yeah, just go up, say hello in German, and then just speak perfect, fluent English. Never let them know your next move. It's like going to a drive-thru and asking, do you guys speak Spanish? And then they get someone that speaks Spanish on the microphone, and then you just start speaking perfect English. Fuck. Okay. This looks decently good so far. This looks decently alright. Maybe I should start just trying to see if quick select can do a pretty good job. I don't think it would with this particular image, because it's very dark and it blends in with the background a lot. But it might just be worth trying. Because you never know. It could work beautifully and just make my life a million times easier. I think as a European, it's easier to learn other languages because we practice it sometimes. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. I haven't learned many languages, but I would imagine English is probably the hardest language to learn. Just because there's... Even knowing English, it still doesn't fucking make sense to me. Like, we have, like, 4 different versions of there. Great pen technique? What's that? No, it's not. What would be the hardest, then? I am kind of curious. You obviously know a lot more than I do, so... That looks good so far. English is easier because of widespread music and cinema. That's fair. I didn't really consider that. Oh, look at the little fingertip here. Can't miss that. Finnish is pretty hard. Yeah, I can see how that would be very hard. I probably should have brightened up this image before I started masking it, because now I'm not entirely too sure what's the background and what's the elixir. One funny thing. That's a bracelet. Alright, perfect. Masking done. Beautiful. Make selection. Control J. Perfect. Then let's pre-position this one as well to line up with the old one. Obviously, it won't be exact, but just get about as close as you can. That's pretty good. For English speakers, to learn Portuguese from Portugal is very hard, but they can learn Brazilian Portuguese very fast. What's the difference? That's actually really interesting. What's the difference exactly? The accent and the flow. Ah, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Oh, God. Let me blow my nose really quickly. Fuck. God, I'm gonna have to wear like a fucking nose strip tomorrow. If you hear PT, you kind of hear Russian backwards. What? My brain just broke. Let's add a camera raw filter. Bring up that exposure. Contrast. Highlights. Give those shadows some darkness again. Do like a +4, +5 maybe. Bring up that texture, the clarity. Maybe mess around with some curves. Nothing too crazy, kind of just like that. No color grading. Just bring up that sharpening and noise reduction. That looks good. Nice. Portuguese from Portugal. English speakers usually say it sound like, oh, okay. A backwards Russian. That would be a very interesting thing to listen to. Let's see, why am I doing this? Just use the pen tool. Just use the pen tool. Way easier. Way easier. And make selection. Let me just brighten up this label. But it's true. I kind of see it too. I don't speak Russian, but the way we talk has similarities. I would say so, yeah, definitely. Me personally, I just can't really imagine learning a whole new language. Like, that's just... It doesn't seem like something I'd physically be able to do. Seems very, very complex for my pea-sized brain. Oh, ew, what the fuck? There's like a thing here. Let me mask that out really quickly. Of course you would, everyone can. Just need the right circumstances, for sure. Just seems very daunting. But I guess if I can learn a Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. That should be good. Alright, Control-Shift-A. There we go, that's better. I'll bring up that exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows. Do like a +5, +5. Texture, clarity. I don't really mess. Well, make the shadows a little bit darker and the highlights just a little bit brighter. That's good. I see a lot of Americans moving to Portugal. They have a hard time learning it, but they get to it eventually one way or another. I don't think I'd really ever move out of the US. So, like, it's not like a skill that would necessarily be useful to me, but it's still definitely a skill that I think is just, like, good to have. Just to know other languages. I think in my circumstance, something like learning Spanish would be a lot better. Because obviously in America, besides English, I feel like Spanish is probably the next most spoken language. So that would probably be where I would want to start. But I'm not too sure. It's at a very subtle outer glow. Very subtle. So obviously I'm going to go and add my own in. Inner glow. Change that to like that, maybe. It's pretty good. And then bevel emboss. Another funny thing, if you speak Spanish, most Portuguese will understand you, but you still won't understand the Portuguese. I really wonder how languages like even were formed, as weird as that like might sound. Like it's such a fascinating thing that we went from speaking to like fully coherent sentences. No, it's just crazy to me. Just crazy to me. Oh, that's why that's barely visible, because there's no depth. I think it looks better without the bevel emboss anyways. That looks decent. Okay. Then add the same stuff to this. Subtle outer glow. Bevel emboss. No. Inner glow. There we go. I don't know. I might learn another language one day. Especially, it would definitely be very useful if because I am planning currently on going into EMT. That would be a very useful skill to have. The more I think about it. That would be very, very useful. Geographic existence had different birthplaces, Portuguese, French, Spanish. Yeah. It's more so just like I'm trying to understand like how words were formed. Like I can understand people learning how to speak, but like how do you collectively together agree like, okay, the rock that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like how do you get other people to understand? Like how do you collectively agree on something? That's what, like, I don't know. It's so fascinating to me. It's the same way we went from literally sticks and rocks to this fucking Photoshop. Like, hello? It's so crazy to me. I'll never truly understand it, but I think that's kind of like the joy, almost, so to speak. Is that you'll truly never understand it. Let me add the fog back. Maybe that'll look good. Turn down the fill just a little bit. That looks pretty good. Can't oversimplify it. Took many centuries. A lot slower at first in the Stone Age. Definitely. 100%. It's still always just something interesting to think about. I'm always just fascinated by that kind of stuff. Like how the world began and all that kind of stuff. You know, that really intrigues me. That's the kind of stuff that really intrigues me. All right, brush, hardness, flow 15%. Just kind of paint ever so slightly. And kind of erase in areas like this that don't really need the glow. Just like so. That I agree. Stuff like that's always just fascinated me. I used to be a massive space geek, so it kind of makes sense when you think about it. It kind of makes sense. I think that looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. Let's do some stuff over here. Let's add a solid color, make it white. Set that to overlay. Control I. Then take a brush. Just ever so slightly brush over top of this. What is that, mole in the hand? What is that? That might be blood. But now that you said it, that's really bothering me. So much so. Content aware, Phil. Fuck you. Now that you mentioned it, we're getting rid of it. Fuck that. Ew, that looks worse. What the fuck? That looks so much worse. Fade it out. Fade it out. God damn it. It's just gonna have to stay, I guess. Fuck. It's just gonna have to stay. It's fine. You'll be seeing it like this anyways. It's fine. I've also been playing around learning compositing. Healing brush? What is that? Where is that? Adjustment brush? No. Healing brush? Where is that at? Is it just under brush? Healing brush? I've never heard of that before. What is that? Clone stamp? Right here. Is this it? So if I just go over it, it'll just kind of like do content aware fill, so to speak? Is that how it works? Cannot use clone stamp because the area to clone. Alt click to define a source point. Oh! Oh, okay. Ah! That's going to be so useful. Thank you for that. Holy shit. Thank you for that. That's going to be so fucking useful. Good God, thank you. You're a legend for that. Healing brush does the same but keeps the texture. That's... Where is the healing brush? I don't know. I'll look it up later. It's fine. I'll look into it. I think something like that's good. Kind of just brightens it up more. Now for the fun part. Solid color. You should. Great tool. We'll definitely look into it. What was I saying before that? Oh yeah, I've been learning compositing. I don't know. It's like got multiple terms. Compositing, photo manipulation, like I don't know exactly what to call it. But basically just taking like a bunch of images and forming it into one coherent image. That's what I've been learning recently. And it's honestly been really difficult, but kind of fun. Let me open... Is it composite PSD? I think it's this. I think it's this. That's compositing? Okay. I think it's this project. This is like the first fully finished piece that I did. Yeah, right here. This is the first fully finished piece that I did. And I'm really happy with how it came out. I can show you the before really quickly. This was the before. Before I added any effects, just the images placed there. And then that's the after. I'm really happy with how it came out. It took a long-ass time to, like, figure out how to manually paint highlights and shadows and everything. But it was a good learning experience. It was a really good learning experience. Looks good. Thank you. I was really happy with how that came out. It's more like editing. I don't know quite what the term is, but... Compositing is something else? What exactly is compositing? Because I'm not too sure quite the term that you would use for it, but it's something along those lines is all I know. Alright, let me start adding an outer glow now. Make it like a bluish color. Control I. Give me a second, I'll try to show you something already. Control U. Let me change the color a little bit, like make it darker. There we go. Make it a little bit darker. And erase the parts that we don't want it visible. Gives it kind of like a nice haze effect. I like that. Brush. We just kind of go all around the weapon. And then I'll kind of fix things up. We'll fix things up after. Looks decent. Obviously, just turning down the fill will be like the major fix, quote unquote. Not use the history eraser. What the fuck's a history eraser? I think that's pretty good. Definitely erase some more stuff up in here. Bring that green back out. Might even change it to like maybe like a greenish mist kind of thing. Maybe. I think that looks fine. Let's do Control J to copy it. Delete the mask and then bring it back to this guy. Let's make sure we're on brush. This obviously should go above this. And then we do this. Turn down the opacity just ever so slightly. I think that is pretty good. I want to adjust the drop shadows just a little bit more, though. I feel like this guy could use some more drop shadow. Maybe, like, change the distance, up the opacity a little bit. That's better. And then we'll do the same thing for this. Drop shadow. Change the angle. Trying to find a photo from Mexico that does amazing composites, but I forgot the name. You can Google it in images, but the concept in Photoshop, compositing involves combining multiple images into a single seamless image. That's kind of what I did. Oh, okay. So mine was more like just like a basic scene, so to speak. While compositing is more like stylized and fantasy related. Gotcha. I think we're good, honestly. I think this is done. I think this could be done. Really quickly, just one thing I want to do. I do want to try. Let me add a hue and saturation adjustment layer. Set this to colorize. Make it blue. Bring up the saturation and the lightness. Then go to layer settings and adjust the blend diff. Kind of for like some easy highlights. Nah, that doesn't look really good. By doing the thumbnails, we could say it's compositing several different images into one. That is kind of what I did here, though. Hold on, let me pull back up. I don't know why this project... I mean, it's a big project, so it makes sense why it takes so long to open, but still. Bro, holy shit, this thing is just stuck right here. Yes, you're doing compositing? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I do actually just want to see something in this other project just really quickly. I'm also glad I'm kind of sitting here because I just noticed I need to remove some of the haze thing on the trigger. There's way too much on the trigger. Holy hell, this is taking forever to open, bro. Open. Goddamn. Open, 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 open. There we go. Okay. So if I remove the camera raw filter... Wait, why does it actually... No, it doesn't look better without the camera raw filter. I like the colors, though. Yeah, it's all just, like, different images combined into one. So this is what you would call compositing? Or is this photo editing? So I think this would fall under the category of compositing. I'm still trying to learn all the terms and everything, so... I think this would fall under the category. Well, let's go back over to this guy. No. And let me remove this. Erase. Eraser. That's the wrong one. This is the right one. The original... Oh, no. The original that I was talking about, this is just when I placed all the images. This isn't the original photo. This is just me placing all of the images down before adding like any of the shadows or highlights or anything. The original photo technically would be this. That's the original photo. Oh, okay. So photo editing is just editing a single photo. Compositing is editing multiple. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Duly noted. Nice to know that difference now. Okay, now I think the thumbnail's done. Actually, no, it's not. I need to edit the text still. I need to change it to speedrunning. We already established your English needs work. Speedrunning. We'd make that just a slightly smaller. Ever so slightly. I think that's... Oh! No, don't do that. I think that's good. And bam. That's good. Now, I just want to try one last thing just for the... Oh, no, actually, it's not done. Hold on. One last little detail I need to add. One very last detail. Particles. Are you interested in learning Photoshop from basic all levels? There's a Photoshop Summit online next week. With a free pass, you can watch all of these classes for a limited time. Whoa. Hold on. From basics, all levels. There's a online summit next week with a free pass. You can watch all these classes. So how is it exactly? Is it basically just like online classes that you attend, or is it like videos that are like you can just see for free for a limited time? Because I mean, that actually sounds very interesting. This one. Colorize, saturation. Okay. Alright, create a mask. Invert the mask. Brush. A little less up here. There we go. Now it's done. Now it's done. And then just one last thing, just kind of for the fucks of it, I want to see just kind of what happens if I add a camera raw filter to the whole thumbnail. Just for the fuck of it. Probably won't send this over, but I just kind of want to see what it looks like. The texture and the clarity some. Hit at the curves a little bit. Yeah, no, I definitely like it better without, but it's just kind of like a nice little experiment. All right, let me export this and send it over to Slack so he can use this for his next stream. I won't give you a link. You can Google it. It's videos, yes, but they are not available immediately. Photoshop Creativity Virtual Summit 2025. From March 23rd, 26th, you need to get the free pass. Okay, I'll look into that. Thank you very much for that. I'll look into that. Thank you for that. Dead of the Night 3. I'll make sure I look into that. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. Alright, I think that's good. Thumbnail done. We send this on over to Slack. Actually, hold on. I want to do something. I'm gonna do something. We're gonna. I'm gonna do something really quickly just to kind of fuck around with him. Hard brush. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just make a really shitty version of it and just send it to him. Just gonna make a really shitty version and send it to him. Be like, yo, thumbnail done. What do you think about it? All right, let's make the piston. All right, there's that. Make the hand, and then in the background we'll just have the house. Prankster. And then for the text, dead of night. There we go. There's his thumbnail. He won't believe it if he saw previous work. Yeah, just a nice little fun thing to fuck around with him, though. Just to fuck around with him a little bit. Alright, let's send that to him. Alright, let me go here and send that to him. Put a spoiler on it. Alright, I sent the prank version to him. I'll send the real version too, obviously. But yeah, that's that done. Okay. I think I'm gonna hop on some Stanley Parable now. because I just bought the game and I played it for like an hour last night, and I kind of want to play some more of it. So if you want to stick around for that, I appreciate it. If not, I completely understand. You hopping on out. Nice work. Thank you very much, man. But let me go ahead and we're just gonna go to this screen. These are my scenes. Just we're swapping over. What game? It's called Stanley Parable. It's like basically a big mind fuck of a game. That's like really the best way I can explain it. There's not really a way to explain the game, honestly. But we're gonna play it. Don't know that one? I guess you're gonna witness it in real time then. Game capture. Stanley Parable. Game audio. Stanley Parable. Is that misspelled? Wait, the thumbnail? The thumbnail? Did I misspell something in the thumbnail? Shouldn't say. Oh, the screen? Oh, I just put hold on because just why not? It's purposefully misspelled. It's purposefully misspelled. Okay, what time is it currently? It is 8:53. Kind of annoying I have to put my time in this game every time I open it, but 8:53 a.m. Or no, not a.m. Fuck. Hold on. Let me restart the game. It's not 8:53 a.m. It's p.m. Of course it is. He don't believe me no more. He know my English is shit. Enter the current time. 8:54. All right. Stanley Parable. Let's do this. Hang on. Can you guys... Here is a... Lord. Before we get started, can I just say something? Wait, this wasn't here before. Thank you for actually setting the clock both. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate it. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Yeah, basically this game is just like a massive fourth wall break. That's basically what this game is. Turn the volume down a little bit. All right, begin the game. Yeah, this is a very funny game. I love this game.
This is the story.
I've already seen this cutscene.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Can you hear the
What did
game?
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps he simply missed a memo. Is there anything changed? Because basically the way this game is set up is you're going through like the same story, so to speak, over and over again, but there's multiple choices that you can make, and it changes every time. Like, this wasn't here before. New content, huh? I'm not gonna go through that just yet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's like this, like, you're given a choice, and you can either go with the narrator, or you can, like, disobey him. I'm gonna go with him, though. We'll go with him.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
There's
Feeling
nobody.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I remember this last time I played. I went into the broom closet and I just sat in there for like 15 minutes, and the narrator just kept getting more and more pissed at me. He was like, "Can you just play the game?"
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh my god, it's gonna do it again. Yes, please. Please.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Nah, there's a reason, trust. There's a reason. There's a reason. There has to be.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm just standing here, man. You got a problem with it?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yep.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because this wrench looks cool. It looks like it's from TF2. Very British of him. Baffling.
You realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to
Let me turn up the volume just really quickly.
mention it.
I'm staying in here. Fuck you. I'm staying put.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
It is, actually.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Yes. Very concerning. I love just sitting in a broom closet. What do you mean? This is normal. This is a normal
Stanley
hobby.
was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What am I just getting fucking flamed for now?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Yes.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical melody of some
now I
sort
remember this
shut
part.
down your central nervous
Oh, get out of
system
here with your
and
cheap
you
viewers,
collapsed
bro.
on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins.
All right, I'm done.
Hello? Anyone who
He's
happens
still
to be
going.
nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
I got headphones
Please
on, sir.
remove their
Sorry, I have
corpse
headphones
from the
on.
area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Yes, I've totally gotten a second person.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Wait, what if I go back in the closet? What if I just go straight back in the closet?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story.
All right, I'll go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I walked downstairs last time, so I'm gonna go upstairs. The narrator will think it's personal. What's this? Executive bathroom. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a... What does that say? I can't read cursive. I cannot read cursive. Lovely purse? Is that what it says? That's a lovely purse? I can't read. There's nothing here. Literally nothing here. I just came from there. Yeah, you read the same, okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oh, I remember this
Shocked,
part. What was the code
unraveled,
again?
Stanley wondered in disbelief
2-8
who orchestrated this. What dark
4
secret
5?
was being held from him? Stanley was in such a rush to get
Oh.
through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So
Listen,
he
man, I
relaxed
did this
for a
before,
few
okay?
moments with some calming new age music.
No, no! It's DMCA! Copyright! Copyright! No! No! Piano! I can't even play the fucking piano! No! Why is there a
Feeling
camera up there?
And rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Why is there a camera up there? That's fucking creepy. That's very creepy. Down we go.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I don't
This
know.
question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, I remember this part too. Last time I did this, I just kept going up and down the elevator and he got really mad at me. He was like, "Why are you going back
Stanley
up?"
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, I went this way last time and I just died, so I'm gonna go this way. What is this? Button.
The lights rose on an enormous
fuck?
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Bro, what is the budget of this place? What is this place's budget? This is crazy. Button.
Now the monitors jumped to
Whoa.
life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so
Ooh.
many
Hey, that's my
individuals
office.
reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What in the Squid Game? What the fuck? Button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Mind control?
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
The narrator's the architect in the Matrix. What the fuck? What
No.
is this?
He refused to believe it.
Employee
He couldn't
fired?
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It
This
was
is just straight up the
unthinkable.
Matrix.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
What the fuck?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Mind
Controls
control status
labeled with
offline.
emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
fuck?
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Dismantle the controls once and for all. I can't click anything though. Button! There's another button up there. Wait. I think that's where I'm meant to go, but I wanna... Can I get up here? There's a button up there. It says 4. Wait, there's buttons all around the damn room. There's a bunch of different buttons just labeled a bunch of different things. I can't even climb that. Okay, fuck you. I didn't want your button anyways. Alright, what's over here? The way I'm supposed to go. Click an order? That's what I'm thinking. Mind control idle, waiting
And when
input.
at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
What do I do? Do I listen? Do I turn it off or do I turn it back on? Oh no. What do I do? I'm really tempted to turn it back on. I'm really tempted. Should I do it? Should I just turn it back on? I'm really tempted. Is there anything else here? I'm doing it. Fuck you.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
What the fuck?
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
What?
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
Oh,
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
I'm
afraid you
scared.
don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you.
Oh,
will
I don't
find
have the
this
power
pertinent.
I think I do? What about now? Who has the power? Who has the power, bitch?
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event
Oh,
that
God.
this machine is activated without proper
This place gonna go
DNA
boom?
identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
That seems a
How
little
long until
extreme.
detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't
Oh,
it,
God.
Stanley? It's your time to shine.
I wonder if it knows you paused the game. If I just sit in the pause menu, we'll just...
Who are the stars?
We'll just be
It's
like, hey,
your
can you
story
unpause?
now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what
Is that
I had
staircase
in
open
mind.
now?
What a shame we have so
Can I turn
little
it off?
time left to enjoy.
Wait, where's
it.
1?
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them
Where's
is.
1?
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're
1.
going, what all this means. I barely
2.
know where to start. What's that?
Oh my god, this is
You'd like
open
to know
now.
where your co-workers are.
This is open.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
It's open.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're
No,
gonna
that's
die
4.
Anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned
Okay,
off
where's
the
3?
machine. I
Where's
set you
3?
free.
Is it over here?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it,
3?
I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Hey, shut your mouth. I'm
Other
gonna
times,
try to
I let the
fucking
office sink
deactivate
into
this.
the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
4.
Or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this though.
And then
this
5.
version of events
5's
has
over
been
there.
Rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite.
Nah, I'm gonna press this button and it's gonna deactivate everything.
Go. But I'm
5.
sure whatever I come up with on the next go around
Fuck.
will be even better.
Maybe 5, 4, 3, 2,
My
1?
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh, thank you.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time
4,
doesn't
3, 2,
grow
1,
on
maybe?
trees.
4.
Dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Nah, I know what I'm doing.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in
failsafe.
this room was capable of turning it off?
Disabled.
I mean, look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door.
Oh, he knows.
Anything, something here will save me.
Wait, incorrect.
That Stanley, that this video game can be
Wait.
beaten? 1 solved? Do you
2.
have
It says
any
2.
idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley,
He's really reading the mind.
you're in for quite a
It
disappointment.
says 2.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst
What
to
the
keep
fuck?
action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Executing
You're only still
button
playing
hint.
instead of watching a
Graphic
cutscene because I would
provided.
watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Activate button
To
hint.
see you made
Pinkish
humble.
purple.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Where's a
You
pink
wanted
button?
to
Right here.
control this world, that's fine.
Incorrect.
but I'm going to destroy it first, so you
What?
can't.
Goodbye.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
Oh, there's a way to
until a big
deactivate this for sure.
No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately
No!
to your life, or will you let it go peacefully?
I'm not ready to die.
Choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke.
I'm not ready
And
to
believe
die.
me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we
That's
fade
fucked
in
up.
until the moment I say happily ever after.
Oh, and we're dead. Revenge for the broom closet prank. And just like that, the game resets. Okay. Back into it we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
I'm
simply
going
missed the
straight back
memo.
there. There's got to be a way to deactivate all that. New content. I'm tempted. But I want to go straight back there again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
I wanna
entered
go
the
back
door
there.
on his left.
There's got to be a way, because there was like hints
Yet
around the
there was
room.
not a single person here either. Feeling a
Unless
wave
it's
of
just-
disbelief, Stanley
I'm so
decided
tempted to go back
up
in there.
to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Yeah,
office.
yeah. We know how this goes. Was it 2845?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah,
Oh.
blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Well, why? Thank you. Thank you for that. I didn't have to put the code in. He knew. Okay then. There's got to be a way to like deactivate it, right? There was like a purple tube.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, I gotta go through this part again, though. That sucks. I gotta wait for all this to open
Lights
up again.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Ah!
What
Let me
horrible
go.
secret did this place
Can I no clip?
hold? Stanley thought
V.
to himself. Did he have the strength
What constructed
to
this
find
game?
out?
Repeat, but still having fun is hard. Yeah. This is like, it's such an interesting concept to like
Now the monitor
have you playing through the same game over and over, but every time there's something new.
in the building.
And there's like
Stanley's coworkers.
there's like a million different
The lives of
endings.
so many
It's crazy.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
It's crazy.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's so many endings. Surely we can deactivate that,
mind
right?
control
Surely. There's got to be a way.
It was
Let me turn down the game a little bit. I feel like it might be a little loud for you.
too horrible
69,
to believe
nice.
It couldn't be true.
I'm so
Had
mature.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Oh,
His
Matrix,
emotions
yeah,
were
yada, 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 we get it.
manipulated to accept it blindly?
No, it's good. All right. Why does it just keep spamming the 100 messages?
He refused to believe it. He
We
couldn't
get it. I've
accept
gotten
it.
100
His
messages
own
today.
life
Calm down.
In someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Is it this way I go? Yes.
But here was the proof, the heart of the operation.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look
Controls
around
enabled
first.
With emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating,
Big red
working,
button?
all of it monitored and commanded
Purple
from this
button?
very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
All right,
Stanley
let's see what happens
decided that
now.
This machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Yeah,
he
yeah.
would
We're turning it on.
dismantle the
Fuck you.
control- Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you
Yeah,
enslaved
yeah,
all these years
yeah.
ago and you tried to take control of the machine for yourself, is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your
This
effort, I
door
really do.
closed when I got
But you
close
need
to it last time.
understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
There's gotta be a way to
If
like
you wanna
disable
throw
this.
My story off track, you're going to have
There
to do
has
much
to
better
be.
than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example,
Oh,
and I believe
yeah,
you'll
I
find
don't
this
have the
personal.
power.
Stanley suddenly realized
Oh,
he had
God.
just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode.
Oh, lordy lord.
damaging the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
2
Now,
minutes?
this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left.
Incorrect.
To enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb
I go press
goes
4?
off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
I pressed 4. Now do I press like a yellow
You'd like to
button?
know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Yellow button.
Right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
What?
I turned off the machine. I set
How?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever,
It just says
pushing
per
buttons
4
endlessly
times
and
on
then
yellow?
dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing
Where's a pink
everyone
button?
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though.
2 times,
This
maybe?
version of events has
On a
been
pink
rather
button?
amusing.
Where's pink?
Watching you try to make sense of everything
Pink.
and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on
4,
the clock. Why not?
5.
These are precious additional seconds, Stan.
Maybe now I go
Time
press
doesn't
5?
grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just
What?
assume when you saw that
You have 3
timer
attempts
that something
remaining.
in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look,
Enable power,
running
backup
from
power to
button
activate.
button, screen to
What have I
screen,
done?
clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered
There's a
buttons.
door.
No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
Fuck you.
Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stan?
What? I'm
Does
so
this video
lost.
game
There's gotta be a way to disable it, right?
Unsolved? Do you
Or is it all
have
just a
any
lie?
idea what your purpose in this place is?
Is it just a big old lie?
But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to
I'm just gonna
finding
say
out
that there's
and
probably
watching
no
the
way to
bomb
survive this. I think it's just a lie. I think it's just a waste of time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Maybe there is, I
Stanley
think it's just a
decided to
waste
go
of
to the
time.
meeting room.
I don't think
Perhaps
there is a
he'd
way to
simply missed the
disable it.
memo.
New content.
Oh, new content?
Yes, new
What does
content.
that mean? New content.
We're about to find out. Wait, no. I didn't agree to this. Maybe he says it, but we were so focused on the numbers and that would be genius, actually. What the fuck?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome?
The Stanley Parable was a video game released in
Sorry.
2013 on home computers.
Bless me.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe.
Yes, new content, even though I've never even played the original game. So I won't be able to differentiate new content from old.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yes, elevator. Why is it not moving?
Is it broken?
That's
What's
what
going
I'm
on
saying.
here? Should we...
Am I just
Should
stuck?
we be moving somewhere or...
Oh,
there we
okay.
go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I'm gonna eat ice while I wait for this elevator.
say initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe mostly tedious.
Mostly tedious.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the
Ooh.
content, Stanley.
Wait. I'm gonna try and predict this. I'm gonna turn this corner. There's gonna be a door. And it's gonna take me straight back to the beginning. Oh? What the fuck?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
The jump circle. Why do I not trust this? I don't trust this. Press space to jump. Okay. Wow, I can jump. I can jump. Wow, game of the year. Wow, yippee. Woo, 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 woo. What happens when I get to 0? Oh, I can't jump anymore. Wow, that was amazing content. Wow, that was incredible.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Now we get taken back to the beginning.
Hello, elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
What do you mean? This is game of the year.
Elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yes.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary.
Okay, don't do that.
Hours of new content right there.
Don't do that.
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours.
You're being a
of
little
new
too
content.
negative, buddy.
And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Yeah, you're being a little too negative.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I'm like scared to turn a corner. 4. Is this gonna collapse on me? The fuck? Thank you for enjoying the new content.
You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
Wait, does
Quality Assurance Department signed off on this.
Wait, does it actually?
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I
Is there an achievement that says
people on
test?
Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up
There
too much
is.
anticipation
There is
around
one.
the content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Now, what if we just stay
You and
here?
me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Now, what if we just stay here? Oh. Did he just reset me anyways? Oh, this is not the same. This is not the same. Why is this changed? That's what it usually looks like.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
That seems a little creepy, does it not? That seems... What's this way, though? I want to know what's this way. It's just the regular...
You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Hey! I'm not a dork! Fuck you! I'll go in your bed.
Never mind. You're not a dork.
Wait a minute. And we're back. If it was a horror movie, you'd be fucked. And we're just back. I want to go in the vent. Let me go in the vent. Let's see what's in the vent. Wrench. What's in the vent? Or who's just leaving this stuff lying around an event? The end is loading.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used
Why is
to
that
be.
red?
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
This whole game's graphics just changed. This looks like Elden Ring. What the fuck? We just switched to Dark Souls. What the
call
fuck?
it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing
Ah.
all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Wait, this is actually wholesome.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Wait, this is actually really fucking wholesome. I never even played the original, so this is like, I don't know, this is cool. The original remake. Is that Firefox? God damn. This really is old. And that's like, what, Windows 8? God damn. My first dollar bill. Is that a SpongeBob reference? Alpha test. A trip down memory lane. The Stanley Parable demonstration. Is that the demo? Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. This game's got some interesting achievements. A new video game releasing today. Okay. This is cool. I like this. I remember that ending. This is really cool. What is this?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like
Oh.
the stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than
The
games
accent
end
change.
up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was
I still
all
want
of
to
them.
play
And
Persona
now,
3.
It's nothing. It's
I
no
love the
games at all.
soundtrack.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I wouldn't say it's a lifeless husk. I mean, the original game is still here. It's definitely graphically improved. Is that Portal? This game start out as Portal? What the fuck? No, because this isn't made by... What, is that Minecraft? Wait, what? What is that doing here? The fuck is Minecraft doing here? Okay. Oh, look, it's the buttons. I pressed the on button. Person of the year. I think that's Stanley. Oh, that's the Hammer editor, isn't it? Oh, this game's made in Source? That explains a lot. That explains a lot. There's 2 doors. That explains a lot. The end is never the end. Wow. This is cool. Why is this actually so, like, wholesome?
Here's another moving
Yeah, it is made in
passage,
Source.
This time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
This is funny. I love how self-aware this game is. Did this door open? The serious room. What is the serious room? Where do I go from here? I guess back through here?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
There's a basement. What's in the basement? What do you keep in the basement?
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh, it's going. Oh no.
Down here?
Wait, let me out. I don't want to play horror game. Wait, no. Let me out. Let me out. I don't like this. I don't like this. This just turned to horror really quickly. I should have known it was too wholesome. What the fuck?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being collected down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Fucking Steam reviews. Oh yes, Steam reviews. The worst reviews of them all. Every game developer's worst nightmare, bro. Steam reviews.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! Trying to be
Unfunny!
Serious work of art. I suppose I could write out
Why do
a
you
handful
say it
of
like
gags
that?
to insert into the Stanley parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Well, look, there's some positive ones. Don't just read the negative ones. There's some positive ones. Some out of the sea of 90% negative offer reasons that are just like no sex 1 out of 10 game, which is a real review on almost like every game that exists. Not recommended. I can't read that. It's too low res. Not recommended. So, see, there's positive ones. Uh-oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Preachy?
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Yes.
Goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
You're very preachy.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather
I don't even know what
terse
preachy
to begin
means.
with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Wait, you made this game?
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
I didn't know
My
the
life
narrator
is
made the
cooled
game.
down. Perhaps the Stanley parable
Lore.
isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
There's lore. We're building up on the lore. I can't get out now. Fuck.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a
Okay,
skip
that's one.
button.
That one's a little fair. I kind of agree on that.
Button. Well, yes.
You do kind of
Something
talk a
to
lot,
do
buddy.
then. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley.
What the fuck?
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Why you just
A
keep this
skip
buried?
button we shall have.
Oh, a skip button.
And here it is.
Why did it just turn
Go
black?
ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking.
What if I don't want to
And
skip?
I'm very proud to have delivered.
What if I want to hear all the
No
dialogue?
more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
Oh
And if
God,
the
how
people
long is he
want
gonna go on
silence,
for?
then by goodness,
How
that's
long
what
is he
they're
gonna?
going to
How
get.
long is he gonna go
Don't
on for?
sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices are what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah.
Oh,
blah,
God.
Blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no.
How long does this go?
45. Got the logic of elimination working backwards.
I'm not patient enough.
Oh, you're
Testing
back,
your
you see.
patience.
You
I don't
were
have
only
patience.
Frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes.
Yeah.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go.
He
"Pop,
just keeps
it's all
going.
over." Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say
Oh
about
my
this.
God.
And whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can.
Oh
change
my
their rating
God.
in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making a skip button. Although I have to imagine...
Bro, he
that
just
after
goes
seeing
on
this-
and on.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Where'd the
That
door go?
last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
30 minutes?
Unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so
But
much
where'd
I
the
can
door
ramble
go?
on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been...
Where's the
aptly
door?
demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
That's what I'm wondering.
Isn't
Where's
there
the
a door
door?
that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't
the
think
fuck?
one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a window
Skip,
or something
skip.
like that.
Bring the door back.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer,
just
but
keeps
they're
getting
really,
longer.
truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Just
I
make it
looked at from
appear.
every angle.
You have that
Every
power.
one of those
You
walls
made this game. Just put a
1,000
door.
times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen.
Only one
I
way to
have
find
no
out.
idea. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're
Where'd the
back.
power go?
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Still no
Would you
door.
think that it's exactly the same as always?
I'm
Doesn't
skipping
it
it till I
feel
get the
like
door
what
back.
we've all- Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
What's
I stopped
that?
keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire
It's
year?
been a year?
Describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Yeah,
There is
I'm not
only
sitting through
3 years
this.
of
Where'd he go? Why is it silent? Did I kill him? Did I kill him? Did I kill him? What happened? Where is he? 100 years are gonna pass. I think I killed him. The plant died and the clock fell. For how long has it been? I think he's dead.
But But they didn't understand
Oh.
the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They
caught him in the middle of a rant.
Their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough.
Hey,
They had to
buddy,
leave a
I'm here.
pathetic little
I'm back,
thumbs down
buddy.
review to
Hey,
make all of their
I'm here.
pitiful
Calm down.
demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he
There's
won't
still no
shut up.
door.
It's the
There's still no door.
inconsistency, It's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the
I'll catch you
words
another
they are
time.
speaking into.
Well, he's silent again. He's just stopped noticing me at this point, which is very scary. I feel like he's just slowly losing his mind.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Yeah, he's losing his fucking mind.
Never the end,
He's
is never
losing
the
his
end,
fucking
is never the
mind.
end, is never the 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 end.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
That's so fucking creepy.
The end is never the end, is never the end.
Is it leaking now? It's leaking. Is it raining or something? What the fuck? It's leaking. Oh. Oh. How long has it been? How long has it been? Oh my god. Holy shit. Is that mold? Bro, how long has it been? Where's my boy? He's dead. Oh my god. What in The Last of Us? Bro, it has to have been like a solid like 200 years, right? It has to have been like 200 years at this point. Yeah, he's dead for sure. Yeah, I think he's dead. He just might be dead. Told you centuries by now, bro. This is crazy. This is creepy. What the fuck was that? Get me out of here. Oh. We're free. Wait, but I want to skip more. We're free. Oh my god, it's so bright. Bro, what happened? How long has it been? What the fuck happened? This used to be like a swamp or like a lake, something weird. What happened to everything? Where's the memories? It's all gone. How far can I walk? I don't see anything. There's no, like, signs of civilization. Am I the last human being alive now? Oh. And we're back. That's gotta be my favorite ending so far. That was great.
All of his co-workers.
That was great.
What could it mean?
Bro, this game's
Stanley
fucking
decided to
amazing.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This game's incredible. New content. I think there might be new content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content. Jump again. Give me my skip button back. I want my skip button. What does that say? C-O-N-T-E-N-T. Content. New content. That's what it says. Give me my skip button back. I want my skip button.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable. and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a
Bro, why does he hate this new version so much?
Content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one.
Took you a while to read it
step
backwards.
further. Which is why
What?
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh! Bro made a sequel! I haven't even finished the first game and we're already playing the sequel!
Isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Oh no, what's gonna be here? What's taste the sequel? Zwe dos. That's for you. I don't know how to read any of that. I know what do is. I think that's just a bunch of different ways of saying two. That's for you to read.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
What's on those sticky notes?
Deluxe? What does it even mean?
What's on those
But
sticky
the
notes?
Stanley Parable 2. Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Yeah, several languages from Swedish to French. Yeah, that's all for you, brother. I don't know how to do it. So, where does the sequel begin? New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old plus busted. New hotness. Boring sections off the chart. Cool red section of the chart. Yes, cool red section of the chart. They're back. 2 doors. Logo ideas. Man was really going in. Thanks for attending my meeting. So is this just where they develop the game? Is this their office? I can't click on any of these doors.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is.
A lot
going
of
to
2
be,
stuff
but
everywhere.
Let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of
2
interesting
ears, 2 nostrils,
concepts,
2 arms, 2
that
legs.
surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Yo, I think this might be the sequel. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. He forgot Team Fortress 2. He forgot Team Fortress 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. I think this man likes 2. I think he likes the number 2. I like that it's a bird on the back of the laptop instead of an apple. This way to the show floor. New features. Is this like a live show? New content. Is this a red carpet? We're at the world premiere. Did I miss the world premiere? Now we're at a museum?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Bro, there's so much here. Exclusive. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Oh my god, please tell me it actually does.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer
And still
is that
no
they
people.
want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Road to the perfect button. Too big, too small, just right. I think that's like the whole point of this game, is that like there's supposed to be no people anywhere, and it's supposed to be like be ominous. I don't know what happened to the people. Because like apparently there was like an office full of people and then they just disappeared one day. And then this has happened. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Try it here. Will it actually say? Okay, if it says my real name, I'm gonna flip the fuck out. If it says my actual name, I'm still gonna flip the fuck out.
Jim,
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Oh.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping
I'm Jim.
and waking as Jim.
I'm Jim.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim.
Uh-huh.
Seizing
Wait,
all
what?
of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams.
Can I be
crumble
Jim
into
Parsons?
dust.
The actor
Do
for
you feel it deeply?
Sheldon
Are
Cooper?
you really, truly Jim right now?
I am Jim Parsons. That is his name, right? Jim
Please
Parsons?
Step forward and press the button.
I think that's his name. Jim Parsons. I'm gonna look that up really quickly. Yeah, Jim Parsons. I am Sheldon Cooper.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The
That was
button
me.
described you. Do it again, do it again.
Do it again. Do it again.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be
Not gonna
worth
lie, I
the
kind of preferred the jump
Let's
circle.
take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Now let's keep going.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Too much
I'm
Jim.
putting the Jim button away.
No!
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense
No!
of who you actually are.
No, my button. What the fuck? You asshole. The skip time was better, honestly, bro. The sequel. Can I press these? Aw, could you imagine? It went down. Can I, like, go through this door? Can I get it back? No. You're a jerk. You took my button. You took my button.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
That's
that
a-
would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
That's a way to limit your market. A whole new office. Please, no screenshots. I just spammed my screenshot button. I don't know if you could hear it or not. The button that says the name jump circle, infinite hole. The jump circle! The jump circle! Where's the jump circle? Infinite hole? No, I want the jump circle. Where's the jump circle? Where's the jump circle? Jump circle!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley
I don't have any
Parable 2
jumps.
as well, it's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative...
No! I want to jump more! Let me jump! Let me jump! No! I want to jump more! God damn it. Who is that? Infinite hole. It won't end. Free achievement? Is this the free achievement? Oh no, get it here. Free achievement. Hi, Stanley. Where's my free achievement? I want my free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Why do I feel like it's not as simple as that? Why do I feel like there's gonna be some other shit that happens?
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still
Okay,
fully
fuck you.
broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
You told me that the sequel was ready, though. You told me it was ready. Jerk. Wow, you're just a jerk. Tells me the sequel's ready, but I can't access any of the new features. I get my gym button taken away from me. I can't even get my free achievement.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I mean, I guess Infinite Hole? There's also collectibles. Let's go infinite hole. What is this? Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Concept
I'm
art.
undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Ooh. What do we think? We get well someday or happy 12th birthday? What do we think? Ooh, this is a hard decision we gotta make. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I'm kind of leaning towards the get well soon. Because I feel like having the happy 12th birthday just doesn't make much sense. I like the get well. I do too. Let's go with this.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Okay.
Happy 12th birthday, Step
Okay, buddy.
is.
Okay. That's
Well,
just...
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
No.
Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly,
Oh
but we
my
all
God.
have to move on from our mistakes.
I didn't choose badly. No. Let me vote again. I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here until you light up these buttons again. Fuck you. I got patience. I can wait. Give me my button. Come on now. We're waiting. Okay, fine. I don't have patience. Jerk. Merch. Oh my god, let's get merch. Let's get some merch. I can't even get merch. Okay, fuck you. Reassurance bucket. What could the reassurance bucket be?
A common
This
complaint of
is a
Stanley
bucket,
Parable
dear
was that it was
God.
confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution
Where's
to
the
this
bucket?
fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Oh my
You
god.
see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Bucket!
Once you hold onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Bucket.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Oh,
Yes,
imagine.
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yes, I can hold the bucket. Ah. It feels so
Can you
good.
feel it? The
Yes.
glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
Ah.
must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Ah, thank you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, thank
The
you.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
They absolutely
All this
do.
and more await you in the Stanley Parable too.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep this bucket. I'm gonna keep this bucket now. I'm gonna keep it. He's not gonna let me keep it though, is he? Oh, he's gonna let me keep it. Let's
Does
go.
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, listen here, buddy. You have the second most enjoyable bucket in a video game. TF2 will always have number one. All right? They have the best bucket of all time. W game. What's up, Slack? I sent you your thumbnail, by the way. Infinite hole chart. Hole. Depth. Space. More hole. Something. Science. Infinity. More. Falling. Educational use only. Oh my god, it's perfect. Hole entrance. Infinity. Opening. Yep. Okay. It just keeps going. Let's see this
Stanley,
infinite
here's
hole.
an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever.
Didn't Portal already do this?
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
You found a soulmate in the narrator of the game. I really have. Didn't Portal already do this, though? You're lying. You're lying to me. This isn't the first. Portal already did this. Alright, here goes nothing. So how do I get out of
This
this?
is wonderful. One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nah, there's gonna be a bottom. There's gotta be a bottom. It's definitely not infinite.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport.
There's a
to go
bottom.
up to the top.
There's a bottom. Fuck
Do
you.
it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, there's gonna be a bottom. He trying to hide something from me.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
There it is. I knew
Hey,
it.
well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Ha!
Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Yeah, that could be it
No
too.
one person actually wants to fall infinitely. I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Really now.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Mostly
If that works for
infinite.
you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Alrighty.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Alright, let's go see your mostly infinite. Bro already updated it. He was quick to it. Now, what is that door? I want to know what that door is. I don't think I can get to there, though. I love my bucket. I love that I can just carry this. I just have this forever. This is like by far the longest ending so far. By far. What's up here? Collect them all. What the fuck?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the
I can't see my bucket. I'm scared.
You'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I
Bet.
don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Don't know about that. The other ending took centuries to end. Okay, fair. Please tell me this developer put so much detail into this game that when I pick this up, it goes in the bucket. 1 out of 6! Please tell me it goes in the bucket. Aww, you know how cool that would have been? If it just sat in the bucket?
It really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I can't go back. Alright, well now I want to find all the other collectibles. Where could they be? Where could they be? Exit, jump circle. I think we've seen everything. I think we've seen just about everything. Let's see, merch, collectibles, infinite hole, epilogue. Office decorations, I've seen that. Reassurance bucket. Settings world champion. Okay, let's go to Hashtag and colon. Where's hashtag? That's next to N, which is the jump circle. So it's right behind the jump circle. Right behind the jump circle. Is it this? Nope. Is it this? No, we've already seen this. We've already seen that. That we've already seen. So maybe hashtag? Did we see hashtag? Settings world champion? Oh wait, no, that was what I just went to. Where's colon? There is no colon. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. Let's go see that. There's a door. Have we already been through here too? Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
So we haven't been here before. What's up here? Settings world champion. Let's see this. Hello? What the fuck? I have to actually change my settings. Okay. I can't go through there, apparently. Just a big old waste of time. Let's go to the exit. We've seen it all. We have seen it all. Alrighty. Is that it? Is that just the sequel, brother? That's it? I was expecting an actual game, not a museum.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah. I am. That's creepy. That's very creepy. No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I mean...
I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but...
Yeah, that was my
I
concern.
can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
The name was cute, yeah.
Okay. Are
Jim.
you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. That's it?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
I mean, the gym
Hold
button's
on.
there.
Let me do a different arrangement.
The gym button's there.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
You just
Who am I
rotated.
kidding, Stanley?
Collectible.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of
Collectible.
gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't
Gimme.
add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and
Hi, Stanley.
well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Isn't
With
that exactly
respect,
what the
with
Ultra
care
Deluxe
for
did?
The vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh my god.
Let me see if I can whip something up.
Let's see it, bro.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh my god, guys! Early leaked access! We got early access, baby! Let's go! Let's go!
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm gonna sit through this cutscene just to see if anything changed.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427
Bro has the easiest
every
job in the
day
world.
of every month of every
I want this job.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Good for Stanley.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh my god, it
Something
has
that would
changed.
forever change Stanley.
It has
Something he
changed.
would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
This reminds me of
or
a TV series, Severance
even
first
say
episode. Never
hi.
seen it.
Never in all his years at the company.
Oh
had
my
this
god, the
happened.
balloons!
This
The
complete
balloons are there!
isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of
The
his office.
balloons. The
All of
balloons.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Bucket!
simply missed him. Stanley picked up the
Yes! Yes! Bucket! Yes! Let's go! Now, where's the collectibles? Where are the collectibles at? Oh, no more new content! It's gone! I think you might love it. It's a fuck up like this one. I'll have to look into it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Sure. Actually? No. Fuck you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Yes.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It is. It's where I'm supposed to be.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Absolutely.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yes. Yes.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
What?
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Ooh, wait. So I've been that way, and I've been this way.
And so the two of
But I
them
haven't been
teethed
down
through the
here.
maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I haven't been down here, though. What's down here? Is it back to the mind control
Good
place?
Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find me.
What the fuck?
What? What is this? Hello?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Friends?
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Okay,
The
bro.
bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley.
Leave my
Classic
bucket out of this.
characters from the first game, like the adventure line and the broom closet.
It's an
Because
intervention.
that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know
No.
I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
No, you can't have my
Don't
bucket.
You want another story
No.
involving the adventure line?
No, I'm going
We
to the
can
broom
make
closet.
The
Fuck you.
adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
No, my broom closet. I'm staying in here. My broom closet. You can't take my bucket. I won't let you. I won't let you. It's my bucket. Is there any dialogue for spending time in here? Any? What are you? Damn! Sorry. Sorry.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Adventure, adventure, adventure. Adventure, adventure.
Now this is what
Aw.
the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it
Bro,
for
the
fans,
reflections on the
Stanley.
bucket.
Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that,
They got ray
you're
tracing on the
going to have
bucket?
to give something up.
No. I'm not giving up my bucket. The Half-Life sounds. You can't make me get rid of my bucket. You just can't. I'm not giving it up. No. Never. Never gonna happen. I am not giving up this bucket. You can't make me. This feels like some Riddler type shit. It really does. Where am I? Hello? Ring ring? I don't like that.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think
No.
it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore.
You're
of the
proving his
Stanley
point with the
Parable.
bucket
True,
obsession.
It's
it
my
also was
bucket.
Not in the original game, but it's such a well fleshed out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
I think I
Surely
can.
You don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
No.
And then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No, you can't make me. No. Never.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
We're gonna
Destroying
find out.
buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only
Uh-oh.
one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
No.
What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not.
Yes.
I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be
Bucket
clamoring
Destroyer
for after
merchandise.
this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We
No.
can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters. like
No.
the adventure line
Never.
on the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
Never.
Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the
Never.
fans what they want. Hurry and...
I die with my bucket. Never crossing my bucket. TF2 Soldier taught me well. Never. I will never cross my bucket.
Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you. Tell
Like
such
what?
spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
What stories were you gonna
For the
tell?
moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Okay. What now? We're back. Hold on, I'm eating ice.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started.
Wait.
And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
That's new. That's not the same dialogue. Bucket!
Stanley lifted the bucket into his
Yay!
arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
You can never make me get rid of this. It's never gonna happen.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I want to see the broom closet again. Broom closet.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
You bet
Perhaps
your
his
ass I did.
boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Surely there's new dialogue here, right?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No!
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No!
I can really feel it now.
No.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's
No.
what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
Never.
Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must
Never.
be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion.
Why are
and
you a fan of the
lifelong
bucket
friend.
now?
You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now
He's
the broom
gaslighting.
closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
You're a
Expand
poopy
on
head.
the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through
Stinky.
each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Stinky. You're stinky. Alright.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once
Oh.
and for all. Here we go.
What'd you give me?
He stuck his dick in the bucket. What are you saying?
Yeah, I definitely left way earlier than I think I was supposed to.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his
Wait,
boss,
no.
admitting he had left his post during...
No, I don't want this ending again. I already did this ending. I have to go rest now. Past 2 a.m. was fun, though. Jim, thanks. See you next time. Have a good one, brother. Emotional connection, you know. I don't think I would love
All
a
of his
bucket so
code
much that I would
gone.
stick my
What
dick
could
into it,
mean?
but...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away. As
To
Stanley
each their own.
embraced
To
the
each
bucket.
their own, I guess.
Stanley
Slack, are you
touched the
trying
bucket
to tell us
to
that you
his
stick your
chest.
dick in buckets? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
His left.
Is this your way of confessing?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's
No.
warmth and comfort now more than ever.
It's a
Perhaps his
it's a
boss's
platonic
office was where
relationship.
he'd find answers.
It's
Oh, Stanley,
entirely
you
platonic.
feel it?
100%
The broom
platonic.
closet. It wants the bucket. You can
Stick
feel
my
it, can't
dick
you?
in Dean's
Aura
mom.
of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves
Okay, that's
the
fair.
bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard.
I'm
it
missing
must
my
be.
skip button right about now.
Pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your
Dean
bucket.
can never
This is
escape.
your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no, we're getting into name calling.
Like that even your
This is how
chat now
low the broom
is in on
closet
that
has
joke, and
sunk
it's so
that it
fucking
has to
funny.
resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket. Stanley,
I'm gonna start
I never
sneaking
liked
Deem's
this
moms
broom
into your
closet for a
thumbnails now.
variety of
See if you can ever notice them.
This is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially
That'd be so
enticing
funny.
manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
So what did he give me
Expand on
before
the
I
wide
left?
variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Let him have it. Okay. Now what did you give me?
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Yes!
There.
Yes!
Settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all
Yeah.
your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Woo! It's my bucket. Fuck you.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
Yes!
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Dear God.
If you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
It's a bucket.
There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
There really is. You could stick it on anything. Really good.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
I love this game. I fucking love this game.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I love this. This is great. Has this changed at all? Collectible!
Found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
That's
can't
all
buy
I
that
need.
Sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Let's go. Collectible. Love it. I love it. I wish you could see the collectibles in the bucket though. That'd be really funny. I can open this now. What the fuck? What is that? What did the panda do? What the fuck? What the hell did the panda do? Can I go up? Take me up. Oh yes, elevator music. I love elevator music. Can't see it, but I'm dancing right now. I'm hitting that shit. I'm hitting that shit. Who's talking? Is the narrator singing? How long is this? How long is this? I feel like I've just got myself stuck in an infinite loop. My nose is so fucking stuffy. I blame you, Slack. You got me sick. Okay, listen. I love elevator music, but this is going on a little too long. Is that it? This elevator just not even function? Shouldn't have kissed me the way you did. Okay, buddy. So I'm guessing there's nothing to this elevator then. There's just nothing. Unless I go down this time. Yeah, there's just nothing. Okay. It's just music. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned.
2,
to discover
8,
not an
4,
indication of
5.
Any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
You bet I did.
The bucket knew all along.
The bucket knew.
The bucket guiding him.
The bucket's guiding me.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
You bet. Bucket tells me everything. It tells me everything.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Now I know what the fate
It would
is.
be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I know. As long as I got my bucket, we're good.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Now I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3.
Ooh.
I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
We're gonna go press number 3. What happens when we press number 3? 3, 3, 3, 3. What happens? I need to know. What happens? What happens when I press 3?
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
You bet.
Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
What about the number 4? Okay. I'll go back. Fine.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
It's my favorite number, actually. It's actually my favorite number.
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
Yes. I should.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
You're taking over my bucket. This is not my bucket. You gave me the wrong bucket. You swapped my buckets. My bucket would be happy with me. It'd be pressing the number 3 with me. What'd you do to my bucket?
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion.
Yes.
He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing.
The bucket does.
The bucket
He appreciates
conveyed
it.
absolutely nothing at all. Only silence.
What did you do to my bucket?
Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
What did you do to my bucket? This is not how my bucket would act. My bucket would do proper
Stanley
things.
and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's?
Because you swapped out my
The
bucket.
question caused Stanley to ruminate the
This isn't my
whole
bucket.
way
You
down
swapped
the
it out, you
elevator.
motherfucker.
He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Mustn't there be? Alright, we ready to go back up? I think I am. Let's go back up. Back up we go. Is there any new dialogue at all?
Said
There
Stanley.
is.
I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public
A
on all
press
matters
conference?
relating to pressing the number 3 over.
Is this just the same ending as last time
He
with
would
just the
elaborate
bucket now?
fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his story through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would
Oh my
finally
God, it is.
understand Stanley's work.
It's the same.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building
Engineer.
excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was
Minecraft door.
as prepared as he'd ever been for anything.
33333333333. 427 333333333.
One last chance to win the bucket over. One
The dude who
opportunity
came
to
up with
share
pizza.
a true connection with a loved one.
Let's do it, baby.
There was no one here.
What?
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to
What the
listen
fuck?
to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
What do
He
you
was
mean?
unloved, uninteresting. He was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
What?
There would be no connection,
No.
no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it
No.
began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant.
Hi,
They
Don.
spoke less and less.
No.
Neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect
cue
between
card
them
being
had
3.
eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends.
No.
Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
I heard a phone buzz. There's somebody in that audience. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro. I think that's where I'm gonna call it for today. It's getting pretty late. I gotta go to bed early because I gotta go on an EMT ride along tomorrow. So I gotta be up bright and early. Gotta make sure I'm well rested. All of that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna call it there. Whatever that guy's name is, Flavio. I know he's gone, but Slack, Don, thank you all for being here, stopping by. I appreciate it. Ow! I just got a massive fucking cramp in my foot. God damn. Ouch. Ow. Oh, Lord. But yeah, I'm calling it there. Y'all have a good night. Unfortunately, Slack, if you do stream tonight, I will be missing it. So, but yeah, have a good night.